Namaste everyone. This is Dr. Pratibha K.S., Head Department of Biotechnology at KLE Societies S. Nijnappa College, Rajajinagar, Bengaluru. Today I am before you to present a lecture topic on components of the blood cells and their jobs. Okay, before understanding about the blood component, let us understand what is blood. Blood is a connective tissue fluid which is bright red, slightly alkaline, salty, viscous with pH 7.35 to 7.45, total blood volume 8% of body weight. Average normal human being will be having 5 liter to 5.5 liter of blood. Plasma 55%, blood corpuscles are formed elements 45%, in which water is made up of 90 to 92%, solutes 8 to 10%. Blood is also comprises with proteins like albumins, antibody, fibrinogen. Also, nitrogenous waste, inorganic substances, nutrients, electrolytes, gases, regulatory substances like hormones. Let us also understand in detail about blood. Blood is a mobile connective tissue composed of a fluid, the plasma, and the cells, the blood corpuscles. Blood is the basis of life. Blood is the softest tissues in the body. Fluids outside the cells are generally called extracellular fluid, that in short ECF. Blood forms about 30 to 35% of this ECF. The volume of blood in an adult person of 70 kg weight is about 5 to 5.5 liters. It is slightly alkaline fluid having pH 7.4. pH of blood in arteries is more than in veins. Blood plays very important role in delivering essential elements and removing harmful waste. Without blood, the human body would stop working. So blood is very precious to our body system for many mechanisms. Study of blood is known as hematology. Oxygenated blood is bright red. Okay, blood is composed of a watery fluid called plasma and floating bodies termed formed element, that is nothing but blood corpuscles are the formed elements. Now let us understand in detail about the components of blood. Blood is a mixture of cellular components suspended in plasma. What is plasma? Plasma is the liquid part of the blood. Okay, in plasma we'll be able to see suspension of erythrocytes, which is also known as red blood corpuscles. Leukocytes can also be known as white blood corpuscles. Thrombocytes also known as platelets. Okay, 55% plasma, 45% formed elements. Plasma is the straw yellow colored, a straw colored liquid in which the blood cells are suspended, like RBCs, WBCs and platelets can be seen. Now let us understand one more definition of the blood. Blood is a circulating fluid connective tissue. It is composed of plasma, which is a fluid matrix, bright red colored and slightly alkaline. It is composed of 91% of water and contains several organic and inorganic substances. It consists of erythrocytes, leukocytes and thrombocytes. Let us understand in general what exactly this blood made up of. We can see within the blood, red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, plasma, breakdown products of digestion such as glucose, fatty acids, amino acids, dissolved mineral salts, carbon dioxide, urea and hormones. Now let us understand the components of blood. Within the blood, water alone forms about 90% to 92% of the plasma. Solids form about 88% of the plasma. Minerals, sodium, calcium, magnesium, okay, bicarbonate, chlorine, etc. can be seen. Nutrients include glucose, amino acids, lipids, etc. Minerals have been mentioned here that you can make a note. Proteins, that is, they constitute about 6 to 8% part of plasma. These mainly include albumin for osmotic balance, which is very important, globulin for defense mechanism, and fibrinogen for blood clotting. It means all the proteins which tells us about the defense mechanism. Okay, let us understand here about the defense compounds, okay, which is fight against the foreign bodies. Immunoglobulins, which act as antibodies, and some other substances such as lysozyme, which is a polysaccharide, and Propustine, a large protein, are always found in the plasma, which act like a defense compounds. They destroy bacteria, viruses, and toxic substances that may enter into the blood from outside. That's why all these chemical components are known as defense compounds, which fights against the foreign bodies. You can also see excretory substances like ammonia, urea, uric acid, creatinine, etc. Dissolved gases like water of blood plasma contains oxygen, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen in dissolved form can be seen. You can also see in the blood anticoagulant, that is, blood plasma contains a conjugated polysaccharide, that is the heparin, which prevents coagulation of blood inside blood vessels. It means this particular heparin, which is an anticoagulant, which prevents the coagulation of the blood. If coagulation of the blood happens, that may also leads to stroke and many other symptoms. Hormones, these are secreted and released in blood by endocrine glands. Vitamins and enzymes can be seen, which are present in the blood plasma. Okay, different kinds of vitamins and enzymes can be seen. Factors for clotting of blood, these are also present in plasma in an inactive form. When they'll get activated, whenever the injury occurs, that time these clotting factor which will be in active condition. In the active condition, plasma without the clotting factors are called serum. Now let us go through here the blood vessel. Okay, you can see here the blood vessel. Okay, this is the plasma, which is straw yellow colored. In this plasma, WBCs, RBCs, and platelets are suspended, right? Let us understand here the blood major function. Blood is the fluid of life, transporting oxygen from the lungs to body tissues and carbon dioxide from body tissues to lungs. It means the main function, that is exchange of respiratory gases. Okay, transportation, protection, right, that will be carried out by regulation, carried out by the blood. Then when you take a blood from the person, we're going to subject to the centrifuge tube. Further, this centrifuge tube will be subject for the centrifugation at a known RPM, rotation per minute. After rotation per minute, you'll be able to see 3 layers. If you don't have a centrifuge machine, take a blood and keep that one for a certain period of time in room temperature. Even you'll be able to see this kind of separation. Okay, plasma, which is the liquid part of the blood, topmost layer, and in the center you can see here buffy coat, which is made up of WBCs and platelets can be seen. Here you can see erythrocytes. Together this buffy coat and erythrocytes known as formed elements. Okay, here RBC is heaviest, which is packed at bottom after centrifugation. Average men will be having 45% of erythrocytes and women will be having 42%. Okay, this particular erythrocyte, which is important clinical diagnostic marker, which tells us that whether the person is anemic or not. Low percentage of erythrocytes, which tells us directly about when person is anemic. Now here you can understand pictorial representation of separation components of blood. This is the plasma, which is 55%, and in the center, that is white blood cells and platelets less than 1%. Here you can see red blood cells, which is 45%. Now, when the person blood, when you take out and when you go for centrifugation, here plasma will be 55% and 45% will be blood. Okay, the RBCs will be, must be there, and less than 1% buffy coat, WBCs and platelets. This is the normal concentration or composition. Whereas in polycythemia, what happens? Very less amount of plasma, very high amount of RBCs can be seen. In anemic, when the person is anemic, okay, that time when you take their blood, plasma will be more, okay, which is very high. The RBCs will be very low. So that's why this is one of the diagnostic indicator. One can understand whether the person is anemic or not. Now let us understand about sickle cell hemoglobin or anemia. Hope you are able to recall what is the sickle cell hemoglobin or anemia, right? You can see this is the sickle cell RBCs, okay? And this is the normal blood cell, which is having a larger surface area, whereas sickle cell, which is a lesser surface area. When they have a lesser surface area, automatically there will be a reduced capacity of binding of oxygen molecule can be seen. How the sickle cell hemoglobin has happened? The substitution of single amino acid in polypeptide chain of alters the conformation of hemoglobin. So in the hemoglobin polypeptide chain, their substitution has happened. What kind of substitution has happened there? Sixth amino acid, that is glutamic acid, is replaced by valine, which causes the sickle cell anemia, which is responsible for the formation of the sickle shape. Okay, in this condition, what happens? This sickle cell, which has the decreasing capacity of oxygen binding capacity, okay, it means which decreases the oxygen carrying capacity of molecule. This in turn alters the biconcave shape of RBCs to sickle shape, resulting in sickle cell anemia. Okay, this is all about the sickle cell hemoglobin or sickle cell anemia. In this case, what has happened in the sickle cell formation? Here, 6-amino glutamic acid is replaced by valine. This glutamic acid, which is hydrophilic, water loving, okay, that hydrophilic amino acid replaced by the hydrophobic amino acid is water hating. This particular substitution which made the changes in the RBCs from biconcave shape to sickle shape. When the cells are sickle shape, that time what happens? Oxygen holding capacity will be decreased or reduced due to the shape of RBCs or sickle cell. Okay, in the veins, the RBCs will be moving, okay, where in a very free flow can be seen, and if the very less space, that time these particular RBCs will squeeze through the capillaries and they'll move very easily. There won't be any kind of obstruction. But when the sickle cell banana shaped RBCs, when they move through the blood vessel, through the veins, that time what happens? That brings the crisis, okay, that brings the obstruction over there due to the sickle shape. Wherever this kind of sickle shape with obstruction, there you can see different kind of syndromes or symptoms of pain can be seen. See, here you can see the obstruction, okay, whereas the blockage of the blood cells can be seen. You know better, blood is very important, right? When there is a blockage of blood cells happen, then that person will be suffering some different kind of symptoms. Here, free flow of the blood cells can be seen due to the biconcave shape of the RBCs. This is the sickle shaped cell. Person with sickle cell anemia can have symptoms such as yellow appearing eyes and skin, pale skin, delayed growth, bone and joint pain, increased risk for infections, development of leg ulcers, eye damage, anemia, and damage to the organs affected by the obstruction. Wherever the obstruction or crisis or blockage has happened due to the sickle cell, further there is no any kind of movement there, particular region, you can see all these particular symptoms and pain can be seen. What is plasma? Plasma is the liquid part of the blood, which is straw yellow colored liquid. Okay. To define appropriately, plasma, it is slightly alkaline, non-living intercellular substance which constitutes about 55% part of the blood. It is a pale yellow but transparent and clear fluid. Now let us understand the functions of plasma protein. Okay. This functional plasma protein is very, very important. So focus here. First function, prevention of blood loss. Fibrinogen and prothrombin play an important role in blood clotting. Retention of fluid in the blood, that is albumins and globulins retain water in blood plasma. Also, they show functions like body immunity, that is certain globulins called immunoglobulin, that is Ig. Chemically, they are glycoproteins. It means they are made up of carbohydrates and proteins. Glyco means carbohydrate, proteins means that is a polypeptide chain. So carbohydrates and proteins can be seen, which acts as antibodies in blood and tissue fluid. Thus, all antibodies are immunoglobulins, but all immunoglobulins may not be antibodies. So we will discuss about this in the types of antibodies. Next, maintenance of pH. Plasma proteins serves as acid-base buffers. It means they maintain pH of the blood by neutralizing acids and bases. Transport of certain materials like tyrosine hormone is bound to albumin or specific globulin for transporting the plasma. Then distribution of heat. This is also carried out by the plasma. Plasma proteins help in uniform distribution of heat all over the body. Okay. Then enzymes. Some proteins acting as enzymes also occur in the plasma. Now let us understand here in detail summary about the blood. In plasma, 90% of water, 1% inorganic ions, 7 to 8% proteins, and 1 to 2% food materials. Okay, inorganic substances are ions like sodium, chlorine, calcium, bicarbonate, etc. Dissolved oxygen can be seen. Waste material like urea, uric acid, ammonia, and creatinine. Proteins like plasma proteins. For example, serum albumin, which play an important role in osmoregulation. That is, the maintenance of constant osmotic pressure in the fluids of an organism by the control of water and salt concentration. So, serum albumin function is very, very important, which brings the osmoregulation. Otherwise, what happens? Deficiency may leads to edema, a condition characterized by an excess of water fluid collecting in the cavities or tissues of the body. Or edema is swelling caused by excess fluid trapped in our body tissues. Although edema can affect any part of your body, or you may notice it more in your hands, arms, feet, ankles, and legs. Serum albumin, the globulin, that is antibodies or immunoglobulins, which shows the defense mechanism. Clotting proteins like fibrinogen and prothrombin can be seen, which will produce within the 25 to 30 seconds at the cut place. You can also see in the blood anticoagulant, with the anticoagulant which is secreted by liver, a substance called heparin. Okay, if clot is formed in body, we can see many health disorders, or thrombosis can also be seen, or stroke can also be seen. And this blood responsible for uniform distribution of heat, that is nothing but homeotherapy. Food materials like glucose, amino acids, fatty acids, glycerol can be seen. Some of the regulatory substances like hormones, vitamins, enzymes can be seen in the blood. Also, you can see in the blood cholesterol. Okay, food material like glucose, that is, which is a blood sugar. Normal blood glucose level is 80 mg to 100 mg dl of blood. 180 mg per dl more excreted out in urine means that person will be suffering from diabetes or diabetes mellitus or hyperglycemia. Fall in blood glucose level are less than 80 mg per dl, with known as hypoglycemia. Okay. Then coming to the cholesterol. Cholesterol must be 50 to 120 mg per dl of blood, synthesized from liver, right? It play a very important role in vitamin synthesis, steroid hormones, and bile acids. Okay. This particular cholesterol which provides strength to the plasma membrane. Okay. When you see the different components of the blood, you can see red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. When you take a blood and when you smear on the slide, when you observe on the microscope, here you can see all these are RBCs, red blood corpuscles are many, and very less amount of WBCs can be seen. Here you can see neutrophils. Okay, then you can see here the lymphocytes, and here you can see platelets. Okay, whereas RBCs, which are enucleated, WBCs are nucleated. Okay. I hope you have understood today's lecture presentation. Hope to see you again in my another video. If you wish to like, share, or subscribe my channel, you can do it right now. Okay. When you focus problem, you lose the good. When you focus on goal, you lose your problem. Think about this. Okay. I, Dr. Pratibha KS, signing off for today. Stay tuned with me. Stay blessed. Protect yourself and protect others. Vande Mataram. Thank you.